Podcast.
And welcome back to the Press Start Podcast. I'm your host, Vic, aka Mr. Never Chill, and this is episode number 178. This week I'm joined by my co host, Roger, aka Lunatic Oblivion. What's going on, bro?
Not much, just gaming it up this week. It's been pretty good.
Hell yeah, man. I, I was trying to play some games. I'm in this 3 game rotation right now. Nothing too crazy. But you, on the other hand, are busy just playing 1 hour of this game, 1 hour of that game, 1 hour of this game, just playing all kind of games at all times. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and dive into it. Looks like you were busy beating some games this week as well. So let's hear about Super Fantasy Kingdom. This is the first one on the list here that says you have beaten.
Yeah, so I did a full playthrough finally of this game. It's me and Spooky Crew ended up picking up this new early access game. I'd say what is this, 2 weeks ago now. And it's just it's a roguelike strategy game, and it's just sort of a tower defense roguelike, and it's pretty cool. It just goes to show that like all it takes is a dream, and you can get stuff done, and it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So you guys have been playing it cooperatively then?
No, we each just played our own. We play our own games, but we've just been in contact talking about it the whole time.
Gotcha. And there's like different outcomes based on like decisions and things that you're doing in the game.
It's you're always going to the same outcome, but how you get there is different. It's surviving until the end of all the waves, essentially.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, man. Let's talk about one of my games here. Ghost of Yotai first up on the list here, and I'm actually starting to get the hooks in me, for sure. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, like the story has fucking like narrowed. Like it went from this like really like bloomed out world to like let's focus on this small region of the map, and getting to the
Mhm.
fucking main mission, I was really like, I feel like I was pinballing between like all of the side content and stuff, and then finally got to the main mission, and like the main mission led me to the next main mission, to the next main mission, and I'm just like, yo, that just felt so good, and like what I was doing, and like
Mhm.
actually in this part I had like an oh shit moment. I was just like, wow, and then it comes down to like you don't get to make the decision because the decision's already made in the game, but like you can tell like the decision that the main character had to make in the game, that would have been a really fucking tough choice because of who and what was going on. I'm not going to spoil it now because the game is still relatively new, but yeah, man, it's getting crazier by the second. So I've been trying to grind that out as much as I can. I feel like I get lost in this game. Like I have been playing for 2-3 hours at a time, and I feel like most of the time is like a shit ton of side quests, and then like I'll do like 1 or 2 main missions if that. But yeah, hopefully by the time it just feels really cool because it'll actually lead into one of our topics later in the show on maybe I platinum this game like the first one. So we'll definitely
I
see.
I assume they'll probably do some sort of coin bonus like they did for Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe not right away, but it's definitely really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to beating it. I would say I'm probably maybe halfway through. Like, how long to beat on this game on the website? I don't think, like, I feel like the what it reflects is like if you just fucking powered through the game, like,
Mhm.
and didn't really do much. Because on howlongtobeat.com it says 27 and a half hours to 44. I mean, maybe whoever's beating the game in 27 and a half hours is just like fuck side content, because like I'm probably sitting at about 25 hours and 25 hours, and I feel like I'm about halfway through the game, so maybe closer to that 44. But if I'm going to be a
Yeah.
completionist, it says about 58 hours, which I could see that because I think I spent really close to that amount of time on Ghost of Tsushima, and I did perfect that game. So we'll see. And the thing is, like, I don't feel like I'm like, oh man, like dragging my feet through it, or like, oh, here we go again. Like I'm doing the same exact fucking mission just in a different area. Like some of the missions, I'm like, oh, this is the same thing, and then they're like, skirt, and fucking just do this whole fucking turn. I'm like, oh fuck, like okay,
I feel comfortable, and they were like, "You
you thought,
thought?"
yeah. And then just how the gameplay just continues to evolve with like different fucking weapons and how you have to counter the each enemies because of their weapons and shit like that. And it's just like I got like a fourth weapon, which is like a really long ass fucking sword. I forget what the fuck it's called in this one. Um, but then I still have a
Gotcha.
I still have a fourth slot, and I think it's the weapon where it's like the sickle on the end of a chain that you throw out there and can hit enemies with. I believe that's my fourth weapon. Terrible with all the names in this. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, man,
Mhm.
the game is just doing really good now. It's definitely sitting where I think it'll sit at by the time it's done. Only time will tell.
Mhm.
It could fucking just fucking fall off a cliff and just be the worst game of the year, really quickly. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But we'll see. All right, man. Let's talk about some other game. I do know. I think it was what episodes 5 and 6 just dropped for just Dispatch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And this game actually had a lot of concurrent players. I saw like whether it was on Steam and stuff. The game has massively blown up, especially with the release of these episodes. I guess a lot of people were really excited for these episodes to come out. So was the excitement there?
Yeah, honestly, this is one of the fun games that I've played recently. Dispatch is a story that just it takes itself seriously, but also the dialogue it it just feels genuine, like people are like they're the actual people there. Like you get this sense of feeling that like the characters would say something like this, like the snark, the funniness of it. Like it just it's a genuine reflection instead of just like some well-written script for a stage play.
Okay, yeah, it definitely seems very intriguing, man. I mean, like I see a lot of people talking about it, even in my other Discord that I'm in a lot. Like they're talking about giving it a go because like it definitely scratches that itch. Like it looks like it's a game that a lot of people could get excited for. Like the whole superhero in general is a great genre to be in. Like it appeals to a lot of people.
Yeah. It's something that crosses more boundaries than other things do.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. Let's talk about another game here on my list, and that is Keeper. This is that the exclusive game on Xbox Game Pass right now, from Double Fine. And this game also is getting the fucking hooks in me. I played a lot today before I hopped into Battlefield, and I'm just like, I really love just the world, the atmosphere. Like there's zero dialogue in this game. Um, but like you can tell and feel every emotion that's happening between
Mhm.
you, the lighthouse, and your bird companion. Like it's so crazy. And then like just some dark themes that it dips down into, and just seeing like the
Yeah.
comeback story of of your different characters, and the exploration of finding these hidden statues that you got to rebuild is pretty cool. You could miss them, like you could just continue the main path and completely miss the fucking thing that you could build. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's just really beautiful. Like I've been taking screenshots left and right. I've been recording a lot of clips left and right as well. I'm just like, man, and then like the puzzles are like they're so simplistic, but like
Mhm.
they're not like, oh man, like they don't feel like, oh man, here goes another stupid ass puzzle. Like no, like they
Here
fucking
we go
simple.
again.
Like they feel very simple where I'm not fucking struggling or anything. Like oh okay, got it, boom boom boom, got it. Like it's
Mhm.
like if once you play this game, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, these puzzles were easy, stupid easy, but like they made sense with what you're doing and stuff like that. And it was just really cool. So yeah, Keeper's really good. I think a little over halfway done with that game. It's only got like what hour, 2 hours, maybe more. It's not that long of a game. So hopefully by next
Well,
episode it'll be beaten.
yeah, and it's enjoyable. That's the
Exactly.
thing. Like you're not playing the game just to play the game right now. You're actually enjoying yourself, which is nice. It's definitely a different feeling to like pick up a game lately and play it just because it's fun.
Right. I've had my fair share of
Like
games where I picked up games and I'm just like, this game is shitty, but I'm going to put myself through the misery to beat it. I've done
yeah,
that this
it's
year.
like yep, I'm doing it. I'm gonna beat this game because everyone's talking about it, and you get done, you're like, "Fuck, that sucked.
Yeah, that was
Why?
terrible. Like,
Why did I
like,
do that?"
like Mind's Eye alone this year is going to be the biggest fucking game that I played that was so fucking god awful.
And you still slogged through it, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Why? Why did I
And
do
the
this?"
game was this fucking close for being really good, but it just it was so bad.
It
So bad.
whiffed.
It missed in every aspect, but nonetheless,
Mhm.
we're not here to keep giving more shine on my bad
more
game.
time to yeah, more time to this dumpster fire.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about the other new game that came out and you started playing, and that's Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. How is this game living up to your expectations?
Honestly, we used to talk about how every Warriors game, Dynasty Warriors game, is the same thing over and over and over again. But like, this is one of those things where I felt like it's not the same thing over and over again. Like, they genuinely are putting in the effort to like make the Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Hyrule Warriors series better. They genuinely care about making the game approachable, uh, but also giving it a higher skill ceiling than just slapping buttons until something dies. It
Yeah.
it just
How would you compare it to like the last iteration?
I think they've done a really good job of cleaning up a lot of the gameplay. It feels smoother, it feels more responsive. I like about it that it's not like you just load into a mission, go. There's stuff to do outside of the missions that they took from the previous Hyrule Warriors game, and it feels good. It's a fun, enjoyable time. I honestly genuinely liked this,
Yeah,
and I'll continue playing it.
and hence the name of Hyrule Warrior. This nonetheless fits into the whole Zelda verse. Is Zelda in the game at all, or Link? You
Yeah,
see?
so it's not Link, it's Zelda. So this takes place in between Zelda disappearing in the newest version of Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The Legend of the what is it? What was it a few years ago?
Tears of
Legend
the
of
Kingdom.
Zelda. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. So it is when Zelda disappears in Tears of the Kingdom, goes back in time and returns to the present. This is what happens while she's gone. This is the story of the rise of Ganondorf in that version, the Breath of the Wild universe. And it's really really cool. It's genuinely well done. I felt like the game looks crisp. Just everything about it feels smooth and well done.
Dope, dope. All right, man. Let's talk about another game here on. I forgot. I guess I did forget one game on my list. I forgot that we even fucking played it. Let's just talk about Jump Space, man. That's a game that we've been playing on Co-op Tuesdays. We missed the last few weeks, but nonetheless, we hop back into it, and the game got frantic and difficult as fuck. Like, I not only like
So fast.
I had to go from being the
So
gunner,
fucking
the ship
fast.
gunner, to also helping out with like ship repairs and shit like that. But then turn around and hop back in the guns and help you out fighting all the fucking ships around us, and hop back out and go put out the fire and repair this and go hop back in the
I
turret. I was
was
like,
so
fuck.
unprepared.
Like,
I was not prepared for how stressful that game was gonna get that quickly. I was caught so completely off guard, and I was like, "This is awesome. This is just so fun."
yeah.
But at the same time, it was just like, "Oh my god, there's so much going on. I cannot keep up."
And then we were stressing about fuck, we're out of materia. We're like, what can we throw in the fucking junk compactor and make materia?
We're just like shredding everything. Like, just fucking throw it out. We just need to fucking
I
move.
know we
We
wanted
need
to
to
save
go.
this for later, but fuck it. It's
Fuck it,
going
it's
in.
going.
We need
Compact
ammo.
it.
We need shields. We need health. We need ammo. It was just.
It was just nonstop. I really genuinely like how well this game is done. It just feels so good.
Yeah, the
It
fact that it's
just
still in
feels
what
well
early
thought out.
access too,
Yep.
and I'm just like, yeah, like it's incredibly like
The sky's
smooth,
the limit.
and like the different air, like the play spaces that we keep jumping to are like really different, really fucking beautiful. Like, just looking at
Hmm.
like the skybox is just like, wow. And it's just like everything's so intricately detailed, and how far out things are truly rendered and not fucking like blurred out and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, like this shit is really good, and like it looks really fucking good. It runs really smooth. And mind you, I've been stressing about playing computer games on my PC with my 3060, but my 3060 runs this game flawlessly. Like if all the other games that I want to play could run as good as this one on this PC right now, that'd be great. But I'm not going to get that. But
Fuck.
yeah, but yeah, this is the quality of life updates that they've been putting into it and whatnot have been pretty cool. Yeah, man, it's just I'm curious to see where it goes. You know, I feel like there's a lot more to this game that we have yet to see. But all right, man. Let's talk about another game here. Looks like you beat another game called Me Side, My Side. I'm not sure which
Side.
Me Side. What's this one?
It's a combination of the name Mita and suicide or homicide, or side is in the act of killing. So this is a horror game that was released last year in December, and it was a Kickstarter game about you being drawn into a world where the character in the video game wants to hang out with you. So she pulls you into the game, and the game slowly, like, oh, it's cutesy and fun at first, but as you start to play, things start getting weird and unusual. And then eventually you find out that this character is a serial killer and has been murdering like people, bringing them into the game, murdering them, and it's a whole fun experience. It's a throwback to the Doki Doki Literature Club game, which was a cult classic, but also now, like, you know, just one of those games that pushed the envelope for what you could do with a computer game. Like, you had to do things outside of the outside of the game itself to do things. This didn't do that same thing, but it definitely sort of approach that sort of zeitgeist that was in Doki Doki, and it's just really well designed, really well put together, super fun,
Yeah,
just a genuinely interesting horror game. I screamed 4 times, so that's a pretty good record. I
I can see
shrieked.
why.
I should say shrieked.
For anybody that's listened to audio, I do have the trailer up on screen, and yeah, there's a lot of creepy and like oh shit kind of moments. And no
Yeah.
lie, like the game literally looked like it started off as like a simple, cute, like cooking
Yeah.
game, sim
It was a
style
little
game,
phone
you know,
game.
phone
It
game.
was meant to
It
be
looks like
like
I was
a
playing Unpacked and I was putting shit away, you know, all cute, and it's
mhm.
just like I'm here to kill you. And it's like,
And then,
oh
like, at one
fuck.
point, the character is like, "Oh, help me find my hairbrush," and you're like in the little cutesy phone game version of it for the first like 5 minutes, and she's like, "Just don't look in the oven." I already looked in there, and you go to open the oven, and a fucking chainsaw, bloody chainsaw, pops out, and she goes, "You weren't supposed to see that," and you're like, "Okay,
Okay.
fuck, fuck." And like it's just there are moments, it's just really well done. It's just super fun. I had an awesome time playing it.
Hell yeah, man. All right, last game on my list here, and that was Battlefield 6. Don't think I really played too much multiplayer, just like a match or two. I was playing some TDM just to get warmed up when ready, waiting for people. But playing some Red Sec and no dubs. Still, literally, the only dub I have is with you. But it's crazy. Like it's just like we've been dropping hot, and we're clearing out like 4 or 5 teams. Like we're just murdering people, and then we just get like I don't know, like just randomly fucking killed out of nowhere. Like, bro, like all the shit that we just went through and we survived, we died by that bullshit. Are you kidding me? And yo, we had this moment today, right? Did the fucking challenge, got the
Ugh.
tank card, I put it in, the tank thing's open. I'm taking card.
Get
We're
shot.
starting to get shot at. I'm like, yo, we're being shot at. Blah blah blah. Mind you, we're playing with a random, so we can't communicate with them.
Hmm.
Enemy calls an airstrike on us. The fucking random grabs the tank from inside the trailer, drives it out, blows up, dies. I was like, this motherfucker lost the tank in a half a second, and all you had to do was just leave it in there, and we would still have the tank, and you would still be alive. So
Holy
fucking
shit,
pissed.
that's funny, dude.
And then the other
That
thing
is
that we've been dealing with a
beyond
lot
funny.
today is everyone's been grabbing helicopters and having dual gunners on the side, and it's just. So I started to get to the point where I'm
Dude,
just like,
I
nah,
told you.
fuck this. I'm running around with stingers from now on. Like I'm not playing. Like I'm
Dude, I
not.
told you, dude. I was like, we should try this. We should try the helicopter. It looks like the thing to do, friend.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to give it a go when whenever I can convince you to get online. You've been too busy to play.
Yeah, sorry. I have a spouse who plays video games with me. It's a very difficult thing.
And gotta balance it. Enjoy it though,
Yeah.
man, and definitely enjoy it. But yeah, man. Any other games you wanted to talk about before we move on to this week's news?
No, honestly, just want to say I'm really enjoying the Switch 2. It genuinely is a fun console to play with. I think it's done a pretty good job. Like for all the bad publicity it got,
Yeah, it's probably
I'm a
because like the
convert.
lack of games. Like most games are still being made for the Switch, and that's the issue. Like this is like one of
But
the
that's any console, like,
yeah, it
right?
is.
Like,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's almost any console nowadays. It's like there's not enough Xbox exclusives. Like, remember when Xbox One dropped? Like
No, Xbox One
there weren't
actually
enough.
had one of the craziest launch lineups ever. Like people talk about it even today.
Yeah.
They bring it up like, yo, that Xbox One crazy ass launch lineup. The issue is with all the other fucking PR around it, where you can't share
Mm-hmm.
games, has to be always online. The Connect was
Yep.
bundled in. It was just in a bad state. Don Mattingly was like, if you don't like it, you can buy a 360. Like the whole like not giving a fuck kind of thing was just so crazy to me. But yeah, then the Series X, when the Series X and S launched, that's when it had a god awful fucking launch lineup. I think like a launch lineup title was like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which wasn't even like an exclusive. Like they have zero exclusives.
And like the other thing with the Switch is like any game that's on the Switch One plays just fine on the Switch too. So it had one game at launch, a second game came within a week, and then within a few more weeks they had a bunch more games. Honestly, I don't think its launch was too bad so far. It just didn't have like 10 titles out the door, but like all the games that it's getting feel good.
Right. And they did recently announce, I don't know if we covered it last week or not, but Nintendo was like, I think Pokemon ZA was the last game that they were making for the Switch 1 and Switch 2 at the same time. Like all games moving
Mhm.
forward will be Switch 2 only. So that's exciting to see that they're moving on quicker to their current generation and letting go of last gen much quicker than obviously PlayStation and Xbox. But it's just like I could see why
Yeah.
PlayStation and Xbox doesn't, because like they still have like 40, 50 million players on previous gen to like kind of
Mhm.
just let them go. Like those guys still subscribe to Game Pass, still subscribe to PlayStation Plus. Why would we abandon them? Like and in the economy now, they know that those people now, if they just left them out to dry, probably aren't going to upgrade to the new console because they can't afford it, especially with all the price hikes. So they're
Mhm.
definitely in like the oh man, what do we do kind of situation. But they're about to be
Damned
on
if
to
you
the
do,
next
damned
generation.
if you don't.
Yeah, so now they're about to be on to the next generation. Are they going to be supporting all three? Is going to be the big thing. So we'll see. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and move on to the industry news. We actually have a bunch to dive into, so let's go ahead and check that out. Yeah, so I guess I forgot to throw the names onto these. So I'll cover the first one, you grab the next one, and we'll alternate until you see your name there. But YouTube dropped some news here, which was interesting enough because obviously we do a lot of streaming, a lot of content on YouTube. But YouTube is strengthening their guidelines for graphic violence in video games. It says no will change its guidelines on video games on November 17th to begin age restricting content featuring realistic human characters that focus on scenes of torture or scenes of mass violence against non-combatants. So obviously we see a bunch of that in games, whether it's Call of Duty or Mortal Kombat, especially. Um, yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. But what's your take on the whole putting like age restrictions on this stuff?
I think we need to. I think honestly, overall, it's a good idea. And the reason for it is just there's a lot of kids seeing things that maybe they just shouldn't see yet. Like it's as a parent, I'm like, I should be able to decide, but like if my kid's favorite streamer is just playing this game, they're gonna see it. And maybe I don't want that because honestly, I don't need Carl to see until like he's in his double digits in age. A human spine, like an accurate representation of human spine being ripped out of the back of somebody's body. I don't think he needs to see that.
Right.
I'm not trying to be like super super conservative about it. Like I'll be the first to admit I played fucking Halo as a kid, just like
Mm-hmm.
chilling.
Right. I mean, you think about it like when they have their rating, like there's a lot of games that are rated M for mature, and those you have to be what 17 or older, 18 or older, whatever it is. Um,
Hmm.
but a lot of kids play it. a lot of
Hmm.
kids play those games, but I remember like trying to get Call of Duty before we were 18. We always had to have like someone that was an adult pre-order the game at
Yep.
least for us, so then we can go pick it up later or whatever the case may be. Like I get it,
Hmm.
but then like once you're at home, there's no fucking
You,
enforcement on games. But that makes sense
yeah,
though with like
like
YouTube. Like if I can't play the game, why would I be allowed to watch the game?
exactly, and that's where I'm at. I'm like, if Carl's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to watch this," and I'm like, "Cool, all right, dude, we can watch it together." As long as I kind of figure out what you're doing, like, that's the thing. Like, you gotta be sitting there going,
I mean, come on,
I
man.
just
We
want to make
watched
sure,
Happy
like, I
Tree
know what's
Friends.
going on. Yeah, exactly. And we watched that in high school, but like now there are kids who are like 6, 7 years old watching Mortal Kombat videos. Like, do they need to see Mortal Kombat videos? Probably not.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that was an interesting article that I came across over the last week.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, what's going on with the Olympics though? This is another interesting topic.
So the IOC has ended its partnership with Saudi Arabia and canceled plans to hold the Olympics esports in Saudi Arabia, which is really fascinating to me. Um, eh, they announced a decade-long agreement between the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, and Saudi Arabia, who's, as we've seen in the past few weeks here, really trying to get into the game industry. They just bought with Jared Kushner,
EA.
EA, and they're buying other game developers
Hmm.
left and right. They're getting into the market, and they're trying to, I guess, maybe partially get their image fixed for one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely interesting because like I know they recently just added esports to the Olympics. Um, I'd just be curious to see like how it's truly handled and whatnot. So we'll definitely see. But yeah, Saudi man, they just been heavily investing into the games industry. But can you blame them? I mean, it's the biggest industry in the world.
Yeah,
Why would you not want a
it,
part of it?
it's huge.
They're
It's
about making
huge.
money. Why not
But the
invest in it?
problem Exactly, but the problem is the scary thought at the end of the day is when they start pushing ideals.
Yeah, but you know, I guess it can be said for and any
Anyone
side
really.
because I feel like any American developer like they push their ideas on the
Mhm.
rest of the world all the time, and it's pretty crazy. But then we see different ideas pushed on from the Japanese developers, Korean developers, Japanese developers. But it's just like I get it. Not everyone's gonna
Mhm.
agree with it. Like obviously that's why in some like let's just say some American made games, let's just use Call of Duty for example, the no Russian mission like that was clearly banned in Russia. Like why would we want to see that?
I wonder why.
Like like there's been plenty of games like that where games completely have been revoked from being released in a certain country or certain levels of games have been revoked from being playable. So like
Mhm.
I'm sure we'll see that kind of stuff if it ever comes to that, you know. But it just sucks like not being able to see everyone's views at all like at any given point as well like
Mhm.
that because then you start to control and manipulate like what is real and what is in the real world because like we see that
I
now with social media like I don't want to get too political in a sense but like
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram is basically wiped clean like we don't see what happens outside the United States. It gets fucking wiped immediately. When I go to TikTok, I see everything. I see everything and anything
Well,
I want to see.
yeah, I agree. And the thing I'm trying to say at the end of the day though is though they're going to push an agenda that is openly hostile, like anti-women rhetoric,
Mm-hmm.
anti-gay
Mm-hmm.
rhetoric,
Yeah.
anti-Saudi Arabia rhetoric in
We
video
already
games,
do
which
that ourselves, so
yeah, exactly.
here nor
Yeah.
there. But but yeah, man. Let's go and move on to the next industry topic here. This is another interesting one because we've already covered this like exact scenario before with the
Mhm.
exact person before. Soldier Boy, obviously the big time rapper. Um, revealed his new handheld that is the exact clone of the Pocket Flip 2 and the 4, and Pocket Flip was like, no, this is not going to
It's
happen.
actually it's actually a rebranded Pocket Flip. All
Yeah,
they did was buy Pocket Flips and sell them to people.
yep, and rebranded it as is it as if it was his own, and I'm just like, this motherfucker.
My man,
Like that's not how
this
this
is
works.
illegal.
Yeah, so this
That's
is the first time
illegal.
that he tried doing this. This is the second time. So yeah, we'll see how that court case lawsuit ends up being, but yeah, tripping. But yeah, man, lawsuits are not over here. What's going on with Nintendo, man?
So Nintendo, the U.S. Patent Office has authorized a very rare and ordered, sorry, I should say, they ordered, not authorized, authorized and ordered a reevaluation of Nintendo's capture and summon mechanic patent in the U.S. The Patent Office usually doesn't do this.
Yep.
So, and this comes at the at like after we just saw what happened in Japan, where Japan was like, "Hey, Nintendo, I'm sorry, but like this mechanic, you can't patent that." And so the US was like, "Ooh, maybe we should look at this and not blindly okay anyone's patent anywhere
Right.
at any time,"
This shows you how
which
shitty
is
the United States
crazy.
systems really are at any aspect. Like, look, even branch it back to the FTC trial against Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. Like at the time, I was pushing for it and whatnot, but like you could clearly see through the bullshit, and you were like, "No, it's not that good," and they were like, "Yeah, it's really not that good." And you're like, "Yeah, push it through." And clearly
Hmm.
they were
And
but they just let it go
it's
through.
just,
They let the system let it go through and let it happen, and here we are. Same and sincere. They were just like, yeah, that's all right, but they didn't put no fucking effort into it. Japan, they clearly
mhm.
was like, bro, we have thousands of games that came out before yours that use this mechanic. How the fuck do you think that you're the original? You're not.
Yeah. Like there are people with these mechanics before you. Well, it's just like patent law in general. It's the first one to submit gets the patent.
Right.
That's the
Yeah. Well, I'm glad Japan's making the world rethink that idea.
hmm.
Oh man. All right, man. Next topic here with Nintendo.
Alrighty. So Nintendo's sales number for the second quarter, for their year ending in March 2026, the Switch 2 is now at 10.36 million units sold, which is not bad. That's a 15th. That's only a 15th, or yeah, 1/15th of what the Switch 1 is at, which is currently at 154 million Switch units sold. Of the 10 million units that were sold for the Switch 2, 9.57 of them have Mario Kart World, and Donkey Kong Bonanza is at 3.49, which is Nintendo has said that they raised projections from 15 million units of hardware to 19 million units of hardware. They actually think they are going to sell more than their original estimates now.
It makes sense. It's been a hot console,
Hmm.
which we were talking about earlier. Is just like there's a lot of people talking on the internet where like, yeah, this console didn't have much to go for, so why buy it? But then everyone's like, buy, because the games that do come out are general bangers.
Are good.
And the Switch 2 has a lot of games coming out for it soon that people are going to want to play, like Metroid Prime 4. Like that's going to be
Hmm.
key. We just had Pokemon Legend Z Day just come out. Like they just had Donkey Kong not that long ago. Like they have a lot going on for this one that people are not going to want to miss. So why not go grab a Switch 2?
Yeah. It is honestly a pretty good console. I can say that I am biased, but it's been fun.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Eventually, I think about grabbing. It's just not on the upper priority list right now.
Makes sense.
But moving on to our last industry topic of the night, this is the campaign that we've been kind of following on here and there, about Stop Killing Games campaign, and this has actually reached the UK Parliament. And like one of the main quotes that I just wanted to touch on was like, "Digital ownership must be respected." And that is such a great fucking quote from this, because we talk about it all the time. Is like, at any given moment, if you completely buy digital copies, for instance, the store could be shut down, the games could go offline, the servers no longer exist, and that game that you so called bought and own can no longer play. And people are like, that doesn't seem
Did I
right.
own it? No.
Right. Because, like, you think about, like, the games industry is technically still young. It's still in its infancy. It's, like, one of the youngest industries in the world, period. And it's because like from the very beginning to about, I would say, a few years ago, games was primarily physical. So at any given moment, you could just put the disc in, put the cartridge in, and you could play the game. Like I can still play my Nintendo 64, my PS1, any of my old retro consoles. I can pop in the game and play it, no fucking problems. These new modern consoles, on the other hand, where we're talking about how they may move on and not no longer support a previous gen. Oh, sorry, store, you're gone. Oh, what about my games? Sorry. I mean, thankfully,
Yeah.
a lot of these game develop like publishers and console makers are like bringing forward like Xbox. They already announced for their next generation they're supporting all of their generations. So everything that has been in backwards compatibility comes forward and will still support the Series X and S games. So like, you get to play the OG Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One, and the Series X and S, along with whatever the next generation is called, all on one platform. So it's good to see that we're moving towards that. But there's some games and some instances where that does get fucked up on. Like when we were just covering like the Crew 2, right? The Crew 2 servers were going offline, so they eventually implemented a patch where, oh, if you want to keep playing the game, you can play it offline now. Like my opinion, that should already be in the game from the jump.
Mhm.
But yeah, here nor there. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the whole digital ownership being respected in this campaign?
I think we're getting to a point where we need to be, which is like I'm not paying for a service. That's when I buy a game, I'm not buying a service. So it needs to be owned for its entire lifespan. And to find that we're getting these sort of no, this isn't okay movements from government is really fascinating and awesome to see.
Oh yeah. So we'll continue to support that and follow that as that progresses because that'll be a great thing for the games industry. But yeah, man, that's all the industry news. Any last comments before we move on to the gaming news of the week?
No.
All right, man, let's go and check that out then. All right, man. Kicking it off here with Xbox. This is a really interesting like bundle of news that I got for you this week. First off, we don't really usually talk about a tons of leaks and rumors anymore, but I included a couple here in the next two topics. But first off, we got to see Silent Hill 2 remake appear on the Xbox store, and it apparently has a release date for November 21st. This kind of goes hand in hand in that reported November showcase that Xbox is supposed to be having, where they're talking. It's like a third party showcase. It's heavy on the Xbox Play Anywhere tag, and it seems like Silent Hill 2 is going to be one of those headliner games from this press conference or showcase, and unfortunately got put out there a little too early. But it's pretty cool though to finally see this game come to Xbox when it should have been there from the beginning. But I'm sure PlayStation, Sony signed a 1 year agreement under the table and not let everybody else know. But yeah, so we got that, and then the other one, there was an ad put out for Game Pass, and it like shows like a bunch of like front covers of games all through it, and like one of them, and there was the OG Modern Warfare 2 from back in the day, and they were like, wait a minute, that's not in the service yet. So it looks like we're getting that one soon. And mind you, this is the remastered version of the campaign. So that is good to see there. Obviously, no multiplayer for that. So if you want to play multiplayer, you got to go back to the OG if you still have the disc copy, or if you want to buy the digital copy, go ahead and do that. But yeah, man. So it's good to see that we're finally getting the rest of the Activision Blizzard catalog slowly but surely.
It's if you're excited to play it, but the fact that we're getting it is a nice addition. It's one of those where we've just been talking about it over and over again is we want to be able to play the games legally. Like if you give us a way to do things legally and don't price us out of it,
Mm,
players are going to do it legally. Like people are going to do it the right way. But if you continue to price the industry, the player base, the economy out of things, get ready, boys. People are going to put on their pirate hats. They're going to sail the seven seas, and your shit's not going to make money.
exactly. Yeah, because it's extremely easy now at this point to just emulate whatever game that you want to play. And if you don't want that to happen, like you said, make it affordable. Because not gonna lie, like looking at Modern Warfare 2 on the digital store is still like $20-$30. And I'm like, bro, this game came out when I was in high school. Like this game should be about $4, if that. Like I have the physical copy of the game still, and I think I paid like $5 for it. Like no reason to digital. Like I don't understand why digital copies of games prices never come down. And I know that they don't quote unquote like lose depreciation like physical copies do. Like I get that whole concept, but like, and you got to wait for a sale to catch the game at a cheaper price. But like, games rarely come down and have like a new permanent price.
And like what gets me about it is like physical copies actually they depreciate then reappreciate real fast typically.
Right, yeah, because we look at like a lot of the retro shit, and it's like I want to play Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Guess what? You got to spend like $200-300 to get that Nintendo DS cartridge, or I can go fucking pirate it for
And it's
free.
not released anywhere else.
Yeah, not at all. Makes no fucking sense. Like that being like you want people to subscribe to your Nintendo Switch Online library yearly subscription. Just add all the fucking Pokemon games to it. All of the retro games. I guarantee you have how many fucking Switch users are there? Let's just say let's combine them
Yeah.
the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, 160 million people. I guarantee you 100 million of them subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online.
And like the other thing is like make it so that you can start using your Pokemon Home with your emulated games on there. Fuck, dude. Everyone would go fucking nuts. You would get so much subscription off that.
Yeah. Man, and Nintendo, sign us up, bro. All right, man. Let's move on to some games. This one's a big shocker here. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl, which is an Xbox exclusive game, or at least was, is leaving Game Pass on November 15th. This is a really big surprise because pretty much any game that has been like Xbox exclusive and hasn't gone anywhere else has stayed on the platform. This is a game I have still have yet to check out. I know that you checked it out when it first dropped and whatnot, but yeah, I'm genuinely confused on why this one is leaving. I wonder what happened, or if it comes back to the catalog because we see games come and go.
Mhm.
So we'll see. Big news, Roger. This is exciting because Black Ops 7 comes out this week. The zombie Easter egg, the main Easter egg, will be live at 1 o'clock on the 14th. So we can look forward to running that Easter egg relatively soon. Obviously, once someone solves it and we have a fucking step by step.
I'm not looking to solve shit. Like, I'll wait. You tell me how to do it, and then I'll go do it.
Yeah, I'll just send you all the fucking
feasible.
articles.
Yeah,
But
we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of content coming out from the zombies team. How they're like, yeah, a lot of the rumored and leaked maps they actually got fucking scratched, and we had this restart, and how some of the new maps are gonna be off the fucking chain, and like they may remake some of the classic maps that we haven't seen in such a long time. And just how like the story is going to like progress, and how like that vehicle in Ashes of the Dam is going to transcend like the story as well. Like it's going to be a part of the story too. So I'm curious to see how they
Mhm.
incorporate the whole vehicle into the overall arching story. So seems like
Fucking magic school bus of fucking vehicles over here. I take that shit everywhere.
That's great. I love it. All right, man. So next game up here is Halo, man. This is some sad news, some interesting news, some what the fuck is going on news. So Halo Infinite, the game that was supposed to have a 10-year plan, is ending after 4 years. Um Operation Infinite is the final content update, and it's a big one, and it does conclude 4 years of free content. You get double career ranks, double Spartan points, 100 to your operating pass, 8 earnable armor sets, new ranked map, new Husky raid map, 200 plus new exchangeable items. So definitely a lot coming there for anybody who's still consistently playing Halo.
Like the question at the end of the day though still is why? Why give players all this stuff? Why do this big old battle pass when this is it? We're ending Infinite. Like
Yep. I'm curious to see like
we're the pro
I'm
scene is done. Like
yeah. It's really curious to see like where and what Halo is doing. Like cuz obviously we got the Halo campaign of all which we talked about last week, but it's like okay, you're ending support on Infinite. There's no multiplayer coming with Halo campaign evolved. What is
we
the
were
next
lied.
what is the next
Like
evolution of Halo? Like multiplayer, like we know it's coming. Like what are you doing
what is it?
is going to be the thing. So, and they did announce it in this update that they're working on multiple Halo projects, which sounds exciting. It's just now whether they execute, support it, give us good
Well,
content and whatnot. And
only one or two of them is going to survive, most likely. They're working on multiple projects, and then they were like, scrap that one, scrap that one. That one's good, and that one's
especially
good.
the way that they've been going, yeah. But no, I wonder, like someone broke it down to like, I wonder if the multiple projects is like, yeah, they have the campaign, but then they're working on a multiplayer project, but then they're working on like whether it's like content creation, like it's strictly focused on Forge and like how like Battlefield is doing with like the portal mode and shit like that. Um,
Well, we also already had a Halo like standalone Forge mode too.
right.
Like that happened on PC for a while there before they re-released the Master Chief Collection.
Yep.
It's just it's such a weird state because we were lied to about the whole situation to begin with. Like
Yeah, with
they
Halo
said
Infinite, yeah, because we were supposed to have all these
there's
story DLCs and 10 years of content, and we got barely anything out of it.
Mhm.
No story
They give up
DLC.
quickly.
Yeah, 4 years of multiplayer content. That was like, there was a lot of good content in there when we were playing, but there was like, it took a while to even get to that, and then it just got real
Mhm.
stale, like
Yeah.
really bad. So, man, Halo just got to get back on track, man. We'll see. Without Halo, Xbox does not exist. I promise you. So last up here for Xbox,
I would agree.
yeah. So moving on here with Xbox, last one here is services. This is the edition. So Black Ops 7 comes out on November 14th for cloud, console, and PC, and this is only for Ultimate and PC Game Pass members. Dead Static Drive came out on the 5th for Ultimate and PC Game Pass for cloud, console, and PC. Sniper Elite Resistance came to cloud, console, and PC on the 5th as well, but this was for the premium users because it was already available on Ultimate. Egging On came to cloud, PC, and series consoles on November 6th for Ultimate and PC. Whiskerwood is a PC game here it came out on November 6th. Void Train was a cloud, PC, and series console on the 7th. That came to Ultimate, PC, and Premium as well. In a couple of days, we get Great God Grove to cloud, PC, and series consoles on the 11th for Ultimate, PC, and Premium. Then we get Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, cloud, console, and PC on the 11th for Ultimate, PC, and Premium. And then, if you really want to fucking do something different, go play Pigeon Simulator for cloud, PC, and Series X and S on the 11th for Ultimate and PC. Um, Relic Hunters for cloud, console, and PC on the 12th for Ultimate, PC, and Premium. And Winterboro, which I'm excited to play for. That was the indie game that they've been given a lot of coverage on at a lot of their events. He plays this like cute little mouse in the wintertime. Looks really awesome. Nice, cozy game. But coming to cloud, console, and PC on November 12th for Ultimate and PC. This is a day one game. Um, but as for games leaving on November 15th, Blacksmith Master, Football Manager 2024, Frostpunk, Spirit T, and Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, which we already talked about. But yeah, man, any of the games that are coming out or leaving that you would recommend or looking forward to?
I believe the game I talked about earlier today, earlier in the show, is actually available. So I believe Super Fantasy Kingdom that entered Game Pass last week. Void Train came out today, I think it was, you said. Void Train's one that I'm looking forward to trying. Definitely give some love to those games. I think we have some really cool stuff out there.
Yeah, even like Dead Static Drive, like that's an interesting time for that one to come out and come to Game Pass, especially because they brought Pacific Drive to Xbox and to Game Pass, because this is another one of those like they describe it as like Grand Theft Cthulhu, pretty much. It's an indie survival
That
horror game following a nightmarish road trip across the 1980s Americana. So it blends a weird fiction and uncanny eldritch theme with the spooky unease underlying this small town life. So I mean, they could be dramatically two different experiences, but in the same like general concept, it sounds very familiar. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's everything I got from Xbox. But what's going on in the PlayStation and Nintendo realm?
All right. So PlayStation, first up, the leaks and rumors we got here. A cross-buy graphic was spotted on the PlayStation Network on the PS Store, which means that we may be getting the ability to buy games on we may be able to just buy games on Sony on the Sony store and have them possibly be available on PC as well. So if you buy them there, you get them everywhere,
Yeah,
which is really fascinating to me if
this is
that's the
just
case.
yeah, this is PlayStation's Xbox Play Anywhere. This is just their way of competing.
Hmm.
You buy it on PlayStation, you'll be able to play it on PC. Buy it on PC, play it on PlayStation. Yeah. So shout out
No,
to them.
and we got to kind of see if we're getting it on their own store or if they'll make a copy available through maybe Steam or
Yeah.
another vendor that they have. Like I'm interested to see what we get.
Yeah, because right now I think PlayStation only launches their games through Steam. I think. Like I don't
Yeah,
think you
I
can buy
think
it
so.
on
Yeah.
any other store or launcher on the PC. Where like Xbox's Play Anywhere thing is like you have to play it through the Xbox app or the Microsoft
Microsoft
Store.
Store.
So like it doesn't work with the Steam copy. So like that's where like PlayStation could get a foot up on in this. But we'll see.
And then you start getting your achievements and your trophies at the same time.
I'm dying for that because
Just,
I that's
just
one
saying.
reason why I don't want to play on any other platform because how much those achievements mean to me.
Yeah.
Like if a game comes out on multi-platform and it's available on Xbox, I'm getting it on the Xbox. It does suck when I gotta play games on Steam because I don't get any fucking achievements towards my Xbox achievements. Like I get the Steam achievements and I'm like, fuck them. I don't even know how many I have or what they do or what. I don't know. Don't know nothing about them. I know it's the same concept, but it's just like I don't care about them.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not invested. Like I've been invested in the Xbox. Like I have achievements from the very beginning when I got my console back in like '07, '08 on
Mm.
360. So like whenever World at War and Halo 3 was launching, like that's when I got my console. But yeah, crazy times. But yeah,
So next up,
shout out to PlayStation though for trying to compete.
and what's interesting is the PlayStation Portal actually became way more effective now.
Mm-hmm.
The PlayStation Portal, if you have a PS Plus premium subscription, you can now use your PlayStation Portal to play to stream games from the PlayStation services
Mm-hmm.
directly to the PlayStation Portal now,
Yeah, this is
which is
badass.
actually really cool.
Yep, this is another way that they're competing with Xbox. Like Xbox is Xbox X Cloud, cloud gaming, and where you can stream your digital library that you own to the digital copy, like or your digital handheld. Like you don't have to be you're not remote playing from your PS5. Like doing this now means you no longer need to buy that PS5. Where we you remember when the Portal first came out, we're like, oh, this is trash because like you have to buy the fucking PS5 to even use the Portal. Now they finally have separated ties. I mean, it may be a day late and a dollar short because like I think the Portal has already you know kicked the fucking curb already. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's dope though. I'm glad to see that the services finally come to that. And the thing is, like, the Portal is becoming like extremely cheap. Like I've been seeing it like sub $200.
Yeah, I saw it for $200 as well the other day, which is like crazy. Like it's just now you're getting a PlayStation console that can stream things. So it's just a handheld to do all of your PlayStation gaming for way cheaper.
Yeah, but like I tell you all the time, streaming games over the cloud right now.
It's
I'd have
just
to.
not where it's at.
I have to see how it runs on the PS Portal to say, yeah, go do it. Because when I do it on Xbox, and they are one of the leaders in cloud service, I don't recommend it. Like the latency input, like the lag, like it's awful. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Alrighty. So as I was alluding to earlier, is maybe Ghosts of Yotai will have rewards. Fun fact, it does. It was foreshadowing. Ghost of Yotai, the players who get the legendary Onryo or the Onryo Rest trophies in Ghost of Yotai will have the new items available to them for purchase from the store. This time though, you'll have access to what looks like a jacket or pin or t-shirt or all three if you want. But it's
Hmm.
really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, this is definitely dope. Yeah, this is what I was alluding to, where like I may want to fucking platinum this because I've already obviously read this article. It was like, ooh, but
Hmm.
I still have to buy the other one, for Tsushima. But I was just like, man, and that pin looks really badass, and so does that jacket. Like
Hmm.
that jacket looks, looks fire.
Really nice.
Hell yeah, man. But I'm curious to
All
see
right.
like what other games they do with this, because literally the only ones I've really been seeing so far is just Tsushima Yote. Like, where the fuck is the rest of the PlayStation catalog? Spider-Man, God of War, Ratchet and Clank, Horizon. Like, where?
Yeah, I think some of the older games they're like, well,
Older games, they did it for Tsushima that came out 6 years ago.
but I think they're doing it for Tsushima because they wanted to lead it into Yotai. This one, they're sort of, I think they're gonna wait for another big game potentially that's on the horizon, and then if it has a sequel, maybe go back and do, oh, if you have the trophy for this older game, awesome. But I think they're just trying to do it moving forward. I think they just did it with Tsushima because they needed something that was out at that time to do it with.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
So next up, we have from Nintendo. They announced and released the Nintendo Store app for phone, which is interesting to see. What's the grand plan here? Why do you need to be able to buy stuff for your Switch on your phone? Like, what is the implication we're getting here? What is their grand plan?
Yeah, I mean, unless they got some kind of like information from Xbox and PlayStation because they both have an app that you can do the exact same thing with.
Mm-hmm.
Um I mean, it is useful, like I'm not going to lie, like if I'm scrolling on Twitter and I see, oh, there's a game sale, like I see sales on Twitter all the time, $2 or whatever. I go right to my Xbox app, buy the fucking game right there, and just it adds it to my library, and I don't
Yeah.
fuck it doesn't download, and I'm just like cool. So like I could see a case for it, but like it's not gonna be like an everyday. Like it's literally like a once in a while case.
And they already had the Nintendo app for your phones. Like, why wasn't this just rolled into that?
Right. A lot of people are complaining about all of these different Nintendo apps releasing. Like you have music, store, Switch, Nintendo Today, like their news app, the parental controls app. Like they have so many different apps that can just be in one singular app. Like PlayStation's learning. Like PlayStation used to keep all their shit separate too. Now it's all on one fucking app. Well, mostly. Um, yeah. So interesting, but
Yeah,
they're just
I
doing
think
everyone else.
I think it was a goofy decision because now I have to have two Nintendo apps.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Pokemon ZA. We got a new announcement, and that is the Mega Dimension trailer. So now Pokemon can level up to level 150. There's X and Y fighting gym leader Corina. There's Mega Chimicho, and Mega Baxcalibur. So like definitely an interesting situation here with Pokemon over level 100,
Which I don't think we've ever
which
seen, right?
yeah, I don't ever remember Pokemon going over level 100.
In any game, ever.
Hmm.
That's why when I saw
Exactly.
this, I was like, this like messes with my brain because like I've been so wired my entire life that Pokemon maxed out at 100. Which, mind you, I other than fucking modding my game where using that Game Shark thing, I don't think I've ever leveled up a Pokemon personally to 100 ever.
It just took too long.
Yeah, so going over 100 now, and I'm like, leveling got to be like absolutely like terrible in this game.
Slogfest.
Like it's either you're leveling up like like one battle, you're like ding every single time, like no matter what level you are. Like, and I also noticed like when I was playing like some of like the newer Pokemon, like after every battle, like everyone in your party gets XP, and I'm like,
Ping,
you,
ping, ping, ping,
I was
ping,
I
ping,
was I was
ping.
like
Oh, they're all leveled up.
I,
Yay.
I was like you used to have to have an item called XP share for that to even work, and only one other
And
Pokemon got
it had a
XP.
detriment.
So I'm just like, or the other thing was like you would like your starter Pokemon like at the beginning of the battle you would put out whichever one you were leveling
Hmm.
it, and then you would immediately switch out, so he would get at least some XP by the time you were done killing whatever was in front of you. So it's just
Hmm.
like, yeah, leveling in Pokemon is definitely interesting.
It's different. It's built different.
Yeah, not built for me.
Alrighty, so next up here we have Abiotic Factor. This game we recently beat. Just got its 1.1 update, which in this update it's called the Yolked Up Eggheads. They've added a hardcore difficulty, Iron Mode. They've added ammo stations, exercise machines, farmables, and new homeworld DLC. I'm interested to see where this game's going because, like, honestly, where does the story lead at this point? What does the future of this game look like?
Right.
Because we're in a weird, interesting time.
Hell yeah, man.
You know,
Especially
the
with like
game's
how
over.
abrupt,
What's the point in going back?
right? Like how the ending was just abrupt, and obviously giving the ending and where you're at. I guess
Hmm.
all of these updates would make sense since you're just like living there. Like wondering if you will ever get out. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. But I mean, they do add like some more replayability for those who want to do the hardcore mode or the Iron Man, or the Iron mode difficulties. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but not for me. I feel like I died enough in just regular.
Alrighty. So that's Abiotic Factor. Just thought we'd check in with that game since we played it. Next up, we have a new announcement from Warhammer 40K. We have Warhammer 40,000 Survivors, a game I was actually about to post about until you beat me to it. Vampire Survivors is now getting a sequel, and it's in the Warhammer universe. Both Age of Sigmar and 40K are playable in the same game here called Warhammer Survivors, which is pretty crazy to me. Come in 2026, we're going to see a new Survivors top-down game.
I'm for it. as much
Yeah,
as
me too,
as
dude.
much as I loved Vampire Survivors,
I fucks with it. I
playing it
fucks with it.
in a universe that I've been slowly enjoying more and more, especially like after playing Space Marine 2, and obviously we got Space Marine 3 in the works. Um,
Hmm.
and you play as like some Space Marines in this too. Like, it just looks really cool, man. Like I'm really looking forward to this.
Hmm. Same.
But yeah, anybody that's watching the video, as you can see, we got the trailer up on screen. Anybody who's listening to audio, this is why you check out the video version if you can. But yeah, I mean, it's basically it's Vampire Survivors just reskinned, more or less. And there's nothing wrong with that because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, but what's your thoughts on like some of the gameplay that you see like there, like in the
Dude, I
worlds?
love Vampire Survivors. That's it. That's my thing. I love it. I liked Vampire Survivors. I like all the different fucking Survivor games are my favorite thing. I'm a simp for them because I just like when a game plays itself. I don't know why.
Yeah. So yeah, so we got another game to look forward to in 2026, as if 2026 was not already going to be chaotic.
Was not jam packed enough already.
Oh, it's getting worse and worse by the day. All right, man. Let's go and move on. Let's
Ugh.
talk about some hardware here. The Steam Deck is finally letting players download games with the screen off. Shout out to that because you save a ton of fucking battery life by being able to turn the game off or the screen off while it downloads. And I'm just like, why wasn't that there when it launched? Like, why did it take this long to add it? Like, I'm just a
That's
little confused
so silly to me that it took this long.
because I don't know about you. If I'm updating my phone and I download an app and I hit the lock button, my screen goes off. It's still downloading. Like, I don't know. I guess it was just something that just completely was overlooked and didn't even think about it when they made the thing.
Oh, we should have done this? Oh shit, didn't even think about that,
Yeah,
man.
you're
Sorry.
you're right. You're right.
You're right, you're right. When you write, you write.
Yeah. All
I
right.
just that is crazy to me.
So we're going to continue along the lines here of the handheld market. We thought the Xbox Rogue Ally was expensive, but my God, the new one that's coming out here from 1X Player, their new 1X Fly Apex Uber handheld gaming PC starts
Uber.
at a ridiculous $1,600 when powered by AMD's top Strix Halo APU and goes all the way up to $2,299. What the fuck are we getting ourselves into, guys? Like, I don't know why this is becoming like
Oh man.
okay. Like, Like I would love to get into the handheld market, but not priced at this. Like I'm already
Get
pissed off
the
with trying.
fuck out of
Like
here.
I want to get into the PC market and don't want to spend $1,000 on a GPU. What do you think? You think I want to spend this kind of money on a handheld that does half the performance of what my PC does? No, no. There are cheaper
No,
options out
thank you,
there.
sir.
There are cheaper options out there. But yeah, that is very very expensive. But hey, if there's a good variety, maybe it drives competition. Maybe there's a reason why this one's that more expensive, you know. But then all the other ones are going to have to be
Mhm.
more expensive. So could be a double-edged sword. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on here to one of the biggest highlights of the week, honestly. And this is GTA in general, right? Grand Theft Auto. One earlier in the week, they had an announcement that, hey guys, we got a GTA movie. It's being developed and produced by Paramount, which is not that's the oh fuck kind of moment because like Paramount's stuff is very hit or miss. Obviously, and we see what they did with Halo, that did not do really well. But I'm very curious to see like how they make a movie about GTA, which is like GTA is like a alternate universe of already real world shit. Like it obviously all of the locations are based off of real world shit. So I'm really curious to see
If
how that
I don't
works.
see nipple battery tasing, then I don't want to see it.
No, someone was like,
That's all
if,
I'm saying, bro.
if I don't get to see a hand job by a hooker and then I run her over and pick up the same money that I just paid her with, just throw it out the window.
I forgot I fucking said that, dude.
Yes,
I
that was great.
forgot I posted that shit.
That was great. I absolutely loved it. I was like, if you don't say it, I'm saying it. So yeah. So I'm
Oh,
actually surprised that they didn't put this news in reverse order because it's exciting to see a GTA movie. I love when we're starting to see the transmedia like of across the platforms. Games go to movies, movies go to games, blah blah blah, and books and comics.
we're not getting the weird like, yeah, check out our movie of our game, and you're like, oh god, no.
Yeah, it's usually pretty god awful, or used to be. But nonetheless, though, GTA 6, the next biggest game of all time that is the most anticipated, the most what if. There's a lot of most behind this game, right? It's just been delayed again though. November 16th of 2026. And my god,
I didn't want to fucking play it anyway, dude. God.
like like we see games delay all the time, right? Like that's just common
Hmm.
fucking practice at this point. But like when this game delays, this left a fucking massive black hole in like that May realm, right? May and June. Because all games because I was listening to IGN talk about this and they were like, yeah, as of their recording, which was like last week, I think it was, there were like no big games, no like bigger games, double A, triple A, releasing anywhere close to that release date. And now publishers and developers are going to have to fucking fill that gap. And I'm sure a bunch of them that were waiting to release games might then change and release their games early if they're ready. You know what I mean? To fill that and avoid GTA in November because
Yeah.
now, we're going to watch two juggernauts go up against each other then. Within days. Within days. Call of Duty, whatever next year's is, and GTA. Two of the biggest selling games, period, is going to be nuts. Obviously, GTA is going to outsell Call of Duty, but man, I'm really curious to see what really happens and what happens to a lot of games that were announced for that time frame as well. How many of those games get moved around, whether they get delayed or brought forward, or if they're like, we're putting our stake in the ground right here. We're going to release and watch those games fail miserably. But yeah, what's your thoughts, man, of GTA just delaying and just shaking up the whole fucking industry?
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna have to go through the archives just to find my hot take saying it's not coming. I felt like I've said something already. I don't know what it is. Something in my very fiber of my being was like, yeah, it's not gonna make it in time.
And I saw someone post, they were like, all right, Rockstar, we get it. We understand you want to make the game perfect, but that grain of sand that wasn't in the right spot will be okay if it's not. And I was just like,
Honestly, I'm feeling like it might not even be that. That might not even be the case. It's just like they just whiffed. I feel like they're like, oh, the game actually really wasn't ready and we were about to release it early. Like that's what it almost feels like to me lately.
Yeah, and I did see like some of the developers and obviously the corporate guys come out and talk about it. They were like, we really want to avoid that whole cyberpunk thing, and like I think that's going to be a thing that's going to be relevant in game development for such a long time because watching what happened to cyberpunk was crazy.
Mhm.
And people like really want to avoid that. But then we see a lot of games just continue to release in unfinished states, and then they feed us the content later, and we feel like it's okay. But I feel like that's okay in games
Like it
that don't.
shouldn't be.
But we feel like it's okay in games that don't matter on a scale that GTA does. Like if GTA releases half fucking finished, nobody's gonna want to play that fucking game. Like people are gonna be
Mhm.
pissed, especially if this game's supposed to be the first $100 game or whatever they decide to market this shit as. Hopefully not. But also, mind you, GTA 6 is only coming to consoles. It's not coming to
Yeah.
PC. So like there's a lot of issues there. But I'm gonna turn the topic here on GTA because a lot of people have also said that maybe the delay isn't because of the game, it's because of the next generation of consoles. GTA 6 is about to release right in 2026. When is next gen releasing? 2027. So they're in like this dilemma of like, damn, do we also make the port for the next generation of consoles
Hmm.
as well as what we just made for the current gen consoles? And I wonder if it'll be fucking available. No, it's not. My bad. It's only on current gen. So like they're definitely stuck in that dilemma on what to do.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right. And it's like how many people are going to be ready to adapt to the new generation? Because I don't know about you, I feel like we haven't even like touched anything in the current generation that we're in. Like I feel like we're just starting to get the ball rolling. 6 years
Hmm.
later, like the current gen has been came out in 2020 when we started this podcast. Like it's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, we'll definitely see, man. We'll definitely see. I mean, this will be one of the biggest events ever in games that will in any media. My bad. Let me rephrase that. In any media that we'll ever see, whether it
Yeah.
succeeds or flops, because if it flops, it's going to be one of the biggest fucking flops in media history. But if it also succeeds, it's going to be one of the greatest success stories ever. So one way or another, it's going to be spectacular. But let's go ahead and talk about another game that got delayed, and that is Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra. This is getting delayed into later of 2026, or they actually might just move it out of 2026. They didn't really give like like a legitimate window, but I guess it's just not ready. And I don't think putting it in line with GTA is going to be a great idea. No matter how big Marvel is, it's not GTA big.
Hmm.
It's not. So
Yeah, it may have a fan base, but it's not that big of a fan base.
not at all, because like they have to look at it like they broke it down. Like we were talking about the couple weeks back. Like the average gamer buys 2 games a year,
Hmm.
and one of those games is probably Call of Duty. And what is the other one? It's probably a sports game, would be my guess. So
Football.
so those are the 2 games. The exception is going to be when GTA drops, when Red Dead drops, when you get those like one hitter quitter games, like those massive games drops. Like so you got to put your game into a spot where you're not competing with like if the 2 games that people buy that year is Call of Duty and GTA, they're not buying your game. So you got to set the game up for a little bit more of a success. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this delay? Obviously, it's a different scale. It's not
I
GTA level.
Yeah, like I feel like people are we're back into the same thing we were a few years back, which is just delay, delay, delay. We'll get there when we get there. Like
Yeah,
it feels that way again, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, so be it.
but it's like we talk about how games release in such an unfinished state, where it's
Hmm.
like those games probably should have been delayed. But then when they delay the games, we're like, what the fuck, bro? Why are you delaying games? Like we're tired of everyone just delaying their games. So it's like one of those like moments, like damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Damned if they do. Just damned if they do.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go. I guess I could have grouped up Rockstar. I didn't realize I split them off, but it's okay. But yeah, let's go
All
on
right.
with Fortnite, man.
uh, All right. Well, first, let's just hit Rockstar real quick. We were talking about Rockstar Games. Well, Rockstar officially had Red Dead Redemption become the fourth, I believe it says,
Mhm.
fourth largest selling game in the world. So it is the fourth largest selling game ever, which is pretty amazing, honestly. That's just awesome. It has sold a lot of copies.
79 million. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
pretty
that
intense.
is that's no small number.
Nope, not at all.
All
And
right.
that's really fucking impressive if you
And
ask me.
then it is. And it's old. It's an older game too, and that's the other crazy part.
Yeah,
It's not that
and mind you, the number one selling game is Minecraft. We know it's like 350 million.
yeah.
GTA
Yeah.
5, which sold like 350 million copies, or 220 million copies, my bad. And then I believe it was Wii Sports is the third best selling game of all time, with 82 million copies. And then it's Red Dead, and I'm just like, man. And then the fourth game that was the in the fourth spot was Mario Kart 8 slash Deluxe, because obviously it had its
hmm
double release from the Wii U to the Switch. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to see some of these numbers, and then we see games struggle to get 1 million, 2 million. It's just like, whew, like it puts those numbers into real perspective. Then
It does. It does. So, lastly, here we have news out of Fortnite, Disneyland Adventure Rush, or Game Rush, the ultimate way to experience the iconic attractions from Disneyland Park and Disneyland California Adventure in a whole new way. If you use the code from their tweet, you're able to go through and do an entire Disneyland experience inside of Fortnite. Not the first thing I thought I'd ever say, which is which is funny to me. It's just really interesting. So that's all I had to say there. It's just
yeah,
they
it's
built a
interesting.
game.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. This is like the first of many things that, because I do remember us covering the article that came out about Disney signing an agreement with Fortnite to bring
hmm
Disney into the metaverse, more or less, and this gives people a
Yeah,
way to experience like Disney World, Disneyland, without having to go to the park, because there may be a lot of people that can't afford to go to those parks, and this may be an alternative way to do it. Or if you have been to the parks,
yeah.
you get to experience in this nature, and you're like, oh, I remember doing that in person. Or it's a pretty cool experience. Like Fortnite, as we've said before, is a platform, and it's become this, like, you could do anything you could ever think about in fucking Fortnite. And this is really cool though. But I did tag Disney obviously in our Discord, because obviously she's a big Disney fan. And I'm just like, yo, this might be up her alley, just to download Fortnite, hop into there, and just run around and go crazy. That'd be pretty awesome.
I think it's the ultimate verse of versing, like
Yeah,
just things to do.
yeah. People literally live in that fucking world of Fortnite, and this is like
It's
so
the only game they
crazy.
play.
It's literally crazy to watch Fortnite. Just like Fortnite was my game. I used to play it every fucking
Fortnite
day,
prints money.
and it's just like I got out of Fortnite, but it's like Fortnite has everything now that I wish it had then. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, missed out on a lot, but I'm not going back. I just can't, don't want to. It's cool to hop in and check out
It was fun
the
for a few minutes,
experiences. Like
but
when they brought back the OG map, we had to hop back into that. Like I wanted to play that OG map again. The OG map went away. I also went away. Cuz like
bye.
nothing
Yeah,
will capture that, man. Like Fortnite, I remember like just hiding in bushes, people building simplistic fucking structures, not let me build a castle as soon as I get one tapped. Like, no.
yo, I got fucking tapped.
Yeah, like no,
Okay,
I'm
bye.
good. Like that killed the game for me. And then like obviously like the no build, like that was really cool. But yeah, I mean they've tried anything and everything in Fortnite. You want to play Valorant in Fortnite? Go ahead. You want to play Call of Duty maps in there? You could, not
Yeah.
anymore, but yeah, but shout out to Fortnite, man, and it's pretty cool to see the different experiences. Whether even you can go to fucking live concerts in Fortnite, like it's crazy, and these
hmm
artists are actually like live performing the concert in the game, like fucking crazy,
hmm
crazy. And then like how they're like tying the events of like movies and TV shows like into the Fortnite events, like that's dope. Like there's some Star Wars lore that was told in Fortnite, like. it's exclusive to fucking Fortnite. Like that's so crazy to me. But yeah, Fortnite is just one of those outliers in the games industry. And would never have
Yeah.
thought because like when Fortnite first came out, it wasn't even a battle royale. It wasn't a platform. It was like a zombie survival game, you know. And then it turned into this like battle royale and very simple game, and boom, fucking just blew the fuck up.
Yeah, I I didn't even remember that it was a zombie survival game. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people fail to realize that because like when people started to really hear about Fortnite, it already made that
It was the
transition to
battle royale.
it made its
Yeah.
transition to the battle royale. Yep, because Fortnite was actually a paid game at one point. It was like a $20 or
Mhm.
$30 game. It's so crazy. Now it's free to play. Obviously, you spend billions of dollars on microtransactions and whatever else you want to do in the game. Or if you want to play
Yeah.
Guitar Hero or
Print
Rock
money.
Band, like it's Rock Band, it's Mario Kart, it's Sims,
It's
it's
whatever you want.
Disneyland, like it's anything.
It'll be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, just use your imagination.
Sheets fucking has Sheets built an entire world
Yep,
in
everybody
a
does.
fat like what the fuck.
Yeah, I've seen Nike worlds. I've seen the Sheets one. Like I've seen so many custom built worlds. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
Alrighty.
that is all the gaming news we got this week. Any last comments or remarks before we close out this week's episode?
Nope.
I actually thought this was going to be a not this long of an episode, but
Sure.
we definitely stretched it out. I knew it was going to be a little bit
Made
longer,
me
I guess,
talk
because we
too
had
much.
more. We had maybe we always do though, but we had a lot of industry news this week, which is unusual. Like normally we have like three. I think we had like 8 or whatever it was. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was pretty cool. But we do want to thank everyone who came through and checked us out live today on Twitch, and anyone does check us out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. But Roger, where can the community find you at, man?
You can find me same place I'm always at, Discord or here.
And of course, you can check me out at Twitter at Mr. Nervachon _. Facebook is Vic Brubacher for any questions, concerns. If you want to hit me up, come on the show, just hit me up there. Do a Xbox is X Never Space Chilling. If you want a game, party up, slide in my DMs there. PlayStation is VBrew24, and my Twitch is twitch.tv /Mr. Nervachon. Because guess what, boys? I live streamed the other day, and that was me of opening cards. So I will be throwing some interesting content out there. I'm starting to get it rolling, whether I'm doing live stream content or check me out on my YouTube as well for my content, because me and my wife did a pack battle of some Japanese Pokemon cards from the Crimson Haze set, which we got a couple good bangers in there. I'm going to send them out to get graded. So we'll definitely see how that goes. So be on the lookout for tons of content coming towards you soon. Shoot to Win is evolving, and actually we are rebranding as well. So stay tuned to hear about that soon. But we do want to thank everyone again. And until next time, peace.
Press Start Podcast.